Welcome to the place. I am, ironically, the Christian whose videos you keep watching, even though you're an atheist, and even though I have no interest in trying to convert you to Christianity, because I believe ultimately, at this point in your life, that's really impossible. You're here to watch atheist videos, not be converted to Christianity. With that being said, I have been slipping in the word culture for a while in my videos, because as a YouTuber, one of my goals with this series, this Atheist Theories, is ultimately to study the mindset of atheists beyond just the concept that they believe that there is no God. Aside from that, culturally, what does atheism look like? Well, I've narrowed it down to 7 C's, things that start with the letter C. Really, it's CDs, but that would be a very confusing title. Like, oh, so atheists like Led Zeppelin? What? No. You'll see what I mean. So based on many videos that I've made and many comments I've received from atheists, and I do recognize this is not necessarily the most accurate perception of what atheists collectively, individually believe, but as far as the kind of atheists that would watch atheist videos on YouTube and search for them and sort by new and then leave comments, those particular atheists collectively worldwide, what do they have in common? So here are the 7 things. Number 1, culture denial. Just like Fight Club. The first rule in Fight Club, there is no Fight Club. And that's something I've perceived about atheists. They deny that they have a culture. Yet, as I read through these other ones, you're going to see that as an outsider, I definitely see that while the only fundamental belief they have is that there is no God, or however you want to phrase that, there are several other things that culturally, even though they're individual, when all brought in the same place in the comment section, I see a culture. So first is culture denial. Atheists deny that they have a culture. Number 2, community deflected. The moment I start also bringing up the fact that the atheist community exists and they have a desire to converse with other atheists, and strangely and ironically enough, a Christian that makes these videos about atheists is a way to basically bring the atheists all together and create that community. And yes, it's mainly to disagree with the Christian. I get that. But still, it gives them a sense of unity that Christians already have. We already go to church and see each other and have a place to converse. But as far as atheists go, you have to sort of artificially create that place for that community. But the fact that is the situation is deflected by many atheists. They will deny that there is an atheist community, even though the atheist community is, again, in the comments of my videos. Number 3, confirmation desired. Atheists are often looking for confirmation of their beliefs. Again, the comment section, the fact that atheists keep coming back to my videos in which they refuse to subscribe, they're ultimately looking for confirmation. As a Christian, I don't need confirmation of my beliefs. It is faith. Therefore, certain things I'm not going to get answers for in this life. I accept that. It is a choice for me. My faith is a choice. So, I'm not looking for confirmation. This is my walk with God. But for me, it's very obvious that if you're typing in atheist, sort by new, watching these videos, even when you definitely disagree with the person talking, you're seeking confirmation. If nothing else, in that community, in the comment section, as part of your culture, you're looking for other people that are part of your tribe that you can agree with and agree, oh yeah, that guy, he's an idiot. He's 3 things: ignorant, immoral, and wrong. He's all 3 of those things. That gives you that community, that gives you that culture. But still, you're looking for confirmation. Why do I not watch videos about Christianity on YouTube? I don't have these questions that I think that I'm going to get answers to. I think a lot of atheists are still looking for a confirmation of what they believe in the same way that people post on social media, post in selfies or whatever. Am I funny? Am I pretty? Am I cool? Do I matter? And I think that's ultimately what people do. That's a projection of the fact that they're looking for some kind of confirmation of their identity. Number 4, conflict detonated. I brought it up before. Why so many atheists cannot get through to me is because they're attempting to personally attack me, to make me feel disrespected or hurt feelings, to imply that I'm wrong, immoral, ignorant, etc. And they're looking for that conflict, which again just points out that they're really looking for a confirmation. Because when you're like me, I don't have a reason to try to prove an atheist wrong. I'm securing my beliefs. Number 5, character defiled, and I mentioned that a moment ago. The concept ultimately is that atheists are wanting to, quote, take down that Christian. You look at Bionic Dance's videos, what is she doing? She takes Christians' videos, she edits them, she kind of creates a debate and like mocks what they're saying, and that's how she gets a lot of her views and makes a lot of her revenue, by recycling Christians' videos. And for all I know, this clip may be used for that, and that will be the 4th time that I'm featured on her channel. But the concept is to defile the character of the Christian is ultimately part of that. Number 6, confidence deteriorated. I've already kind of mentioned this in this video, but I feel that when someone is what I say is high conflict personality, someone who is looking to argue and debate to try to prove someone wrong, which by the way, I keep saying, if you're trying to prove someone wrong, you're not going to be successful. But even if you were, you're not going to get what you really want, and that's respect. People think that they can gain respect by proving people wrong. It backfires. People don't respect you if you can prove them wrong. Even if they now agree that you're right, they don't respect you because you proved them wrong instead of led them to that conclusion. So what I see is a lack of confidence. Again, think about me. Why don't I type in Christian and then sort by name and watch all these videos? Why am I not constantly doing all that? Because I'm confident in my beliefs. I don't need a debate to confirm what I believe by listening to the other side, which identity protective cognition is getting a confirmation of what you already believe by listening to the other side. The fact that my videos are fairly popular and re-watched, people keep coming back, to me that points to the fact that atheists in general, they don't have as much confidence in their beliefs, say, as I do. They're looking for that confirmation that they have to get through a debate, etc. Number 7, final, contentment deprived. I made a video saying, hey, do atheists think that my quality of life would improve if I stopped believing in God? Over 60 comments, like 65 comments. Basically everyone agreed with me. I would not have a better quality of life if I stopped believing in God. If anything, I might actually lose quality of life. Even if it were at least for a while, I would go through this phase. So I'm content with where I'm at as a Christian. But what I feel is, if you're an atheist and you're trying to prove people wrong all the time and try to help them see what you believe is the truth, and that's a slippery word right there, it just comes across that you're not content as an atheist. And I've said this in a recent video, talking about atheists not making good salesmen, saying that ultimately the Christian sells hope. The atheist sells perceived truth. And as far as the free market goes, the free market overall is supporting hope. Hope sells. Because truth, we can't determine whether God actually exists or not. We can't scientifically prove that. But with Christianity, we know that, but we choose to believe anyway. We have hope. Atheists do not. So there's this constant struggle and need, so much time spent on attempting to debate with people ultimately to find out, am I right in being an atheist? Is this really my identity? Society, I need you to tell me for certain who I am and what I believe. I think what we should do, just in closing, is to consider, if I were an atheist, I would be the exception of the rule on these things. Because if I were an atheist, I would be so confident in my beliefs, I would have no reason to try to argue with people, to care if they agree with me or not. I wouldn't be looking for other people to convince me that yeah, we're right, aren't we? They're wrong. I would just quietly be an atheist and not care about it. But I think that I would be the exception to the rule. Now, again, I fully recognize there are plenty of atheists who don't watch YouTube, who don't look for all this confirmation. They exist. They're probably in Finland. They're probably in countries where there's not a large Christian population to begin with, to ultimately sort of rebel against the people that hurt them ultimately, who led them to this life of illusion, this falsehood identity concept. So there you go. These are things I've perceived. I keep being real with you and being straight with you. I make these videos to study the culture of atheists. People want me to care. People want me to debate and argue and get emotional about all this. People want me to read articles and watch other videos. No, this is about me studying you and understanding you from a psychological point of view. That's what I get out of this. I think it's very interesting to study the culture of a group of people who don't have a culture. Your comments belong right here.